Hey guys, it's me Simi and you're watching Simi TV show. You know, one of the best lessons I have learned over time has been to recognize the season you are in. Now, what does that mean? You know, in the Bible, there's a beautiful verse that says there's a time for crying, there's a time for joy, a time for dancing, and there's a time for everything in our lives. I feel right now, we as people, we are in a time where we are in a rush, man. We're in a rush to see things happen. We're in a rush to accomplish this and accomplish that. We are on this crazy race for some reason. And when we're on this crazy race, I feel we forget the small little things, the important things. We forget it and we kind of trample upon it just to reach the end goal. And you get to the end goal and you look back and you're like, oh my gosh, what have I left behind? My kids, my marriage, my relationships. What do I have now? So I have learned over time is to recognize the season I'm in and not put pressure on myself to be somebody else but me. To give you a really good example, so the last couple of years, I was fighting for everything in my life. I was fighting for my family, I was fighting for my marriage, I was fighting for just sanity, man. I was just fighting, okay? And it was a very hard season, so difficult, so painful. And I find myself the most courageous then when I said, you know what, I'm not gonna give up, I'm gonna fight. And I'm gonna make this the best damn thing I've ever had in my life. And I did it, guys. I did it. A few years forwarded, I fought for everything that I believed in. To have that marriage where, you know, two people connect with each other and understand each other's language, you know, to be able to connect with your kids and they understand your heart. And above all, to become that woman fully whole from within. I was so broken, but there's something about going through these dark seasons of your life, because when you're broken, you allow God the opportunity to build you back the right way. And when He builds you back, He only makes you the better version of you. Don't be worried if you are going through a difficult season in your life. Just remember that this could be the opportunity for yourself to come out of the other side of it a better version of you. Today I'm in a season where I never in the world imagined that I was going to homeschool my kids. And here I am homeschooling my 8-year-old and my 5-year-old. I mean, guys, I need schooling. Seriously. But you know, I am doing it and I love it. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to put any pressure on myself. I am going to be the best mommy right now to my boys. I'm going to build great values and, you know, build these good foundations. And I'm going to give them amazing memories that they will treasure forever. Now, I don't know how long I'm going to do it. But if I'm going to do it for a year or two, I want to give them the best memories of their life. That they'll remember their mommy was there. Their mommy taught them these things and they will remember and treasure these days. So that's where I'm at. Now, if I was one of those women who compared myself to everything that goes on social media and says, oh my gosh, but that mom runs a business and that mom has this many followers and she's a famous blogger and she has 3 kids and she can still do it, then why can't I? If I constantly compared myself and try to do something else that I'm not called to do right now, I'm only going to end up completely washed out, drained, and a failure. So I said, this is my season where I am called to be a teacher to my boys, to look after my marriage, and have the best of it right now. And there will come a time, who knows, 6 months to a year, that I'll be doing all those things that I want to do. But stick to my lane. Don't try to go and do something else that I'm not called to do. Recognize the season I am in. And it's just a season. Seasons change, guys. So I have learned to fully enjoy the season I am in. Because what is the point of being in this season and wanting something else? And then you get to something else and you wish you had that. And I feel like someone out there needs to hear this. Wherever you are at right now and whatever you are doing right now, please recognize the season you're in. Do not be in a rush. Do not compare yourself to somebody else. Do not try to shift your lane. Stick in your lane. Recognize where you're at and give that season the best. I promise you, when you do that, you will take off that pressure and you will be the best mom, woman, and wife right now at this very moment. Do you hear me? I hope you do. I really hope you do. And I hope you got the message. I love you guys.
AP.